Welcome back, folks, for more Let's Play Under a Killing Moon. If you recall, we were looking for the whereabouts of Franco to determine maybe if he knows something about the statue that got stolen, so we can begin our new case in earnest. And since we've gotten so many hints that he's involved in illegal and mob activities, let's go talk to Mac here. I could skip past these, but I like some of them.
Hey, Murphy, guess what? We got the guy who robbed those pawn shops.
You don't say.
Turned himself in. Can you believe it? Kept babbling something about a clown coming back from the dead to haunt him.
I think we'll let him have his happiness for a moment. We can probably benefit more from that than we can.
Well, I'm sure you would have
taking
caught him
credit.
anyway. Knowing that you were on his trail probably drove him over the edge.
That butt kissing of yours must be a hard habit to break, eh, Murphy? You must want something. What?
Good guess, Mac.
He's a big-time crook. Deals with stolen and illegally imported merchandise, especially jade. Sorry, Murphy.
What do you think about the statuette?
Can't help you with that.
How about the Countess?
Geez, Tex, you think I know about everything?
I think you might know about game important clues.
Sorry, Murphy.
Yeah, okay. So, jade, huh? Nah, I want to go to Chandler. I want to go back to the pawn shop. Let's skip
What
past
now,
that one.
Murphy?
Because there's a pretty good chance the guy who runs a pawn shop might know something about jade, and since we have a piece
You
of
know, I subscribe to a trade paper called Jewelry Weekly. In the last issue, it seems to me I saw an advertisement by someone named Franco, who was looking to buy jade. There wasn't anything of interest in the trade paper, so I threw it out. It's probably still in the trash can out back.
Maybe there's a lead there? Come on, swing around. Thank you. And you remember that one specially marked trash can I saw while going through here early? Yeah.
Wow. This must be the trade paper.
Yep. So let's look. And zoom in on the ad. Wanted. Private collector interested in acquiring pieces of jade. Will pay top dollar or trade. Contact Franco at the Alhambra Theater, 808 Paloma Lane. So, we just happen to have a piece of jade on us, so let's go pay the dude a visit. Maybe he will give us some information for that piece of jade. Or maybe he'll just kill us outright. Either way, should be an adventure.
Being a movie buff, I've heard of the Alhambra Theater, though I heard it was closed down years ago. Sure enough, it's boarded up, but one of the back doors is unlocked. As soon as I step inside, two lugs the size of refrigerators grab me. I tell them that I have something for Mr. Franco, and one of them walks off. He comes back a minute later and escorts me into the main theater. A Buster Keaton flick is playing. The place is empty except for a man sitting by himself near the front of the theater.
Welcome, Mr. Murphy.
That's not a good sign when he already knows her name. How do you know her name?
Hey, how do you know my name?
I have my ways. I've been told you're a private eye.
Oh,
As
we're
I'm
told
sure
correctly.
you know, I'm strictly a legitimate businessman.
Sure you are. Well, bad puns are this game's hallmark.
Yeah, you may be legit, but I understand you're pretty jaded.
Oh yes, that I am. Speaking of which, did you bring the item?
And I should offer from inventory.
Ah, a lovely specimen.
Looks completely
It will
different.
make a fine addition to my collection. Now, I will answer one question to the best of my knowledge.
So, we better not mess around. We want to know about the artifact.
There's a statuette in the shape of a bird that recently came onto the market. You know who has it?
I know the statuette you're referring to. There were several bidders for it. But I believe it ended up in the hands of Eddie Ching. I can say no more about it. There. Now I fulfilled my part of the bargain. Don't contact me again. Unless, of course, you find another fine piece of jade. You know the way out.
So, he actually gave us a name, which is very good. We needed that name. And, assuming we ever find another piece of jade, we can get to ask him another question. Doesn't really seem like much of a trade to me. But, you know how it goes. Okay, so after we got that, I think it's time we go back to our office, actually.
You have a fax. You have a fax.
And as luck would have it, we have a fax waiting for us.
A fax addressed to Tex Murphy from Franco.
Dear Mr. Murphy, concerning our recent discussion, I have some information you may find helpful. While it won't profit me to tell you this, I would not be entirely unhappy to see Eddie Ching come out on the short end for once. Like most everyone else in this city, I know very little about Ching, but I've been told he lives in a luxurious, high-security apartment building called the Knickerbocker. A number of powerful underworld figures live there. I don't know which apartment Ching lives in, but if you have connections with the police, they may be able to help you. So once again, we have a huge bomb of a hint dropped on us that, well, while he told us where this Eddie Ching lives, he doesn't know exactly where in the building, but the police might know something. So guess where we're going? Right back to the police station. And we'll skip that.
Back again, eh, Murphy? What can I help you with?
You seem a little bit happier to deal with us now that you've got the dude off of your back.
Ching's a dangerous customer. He's responsible for half the crime in the city. Pretty sure he owns the police commissioner. We've been told to lay off him.
That's not good.
That place is home to more major crime figures than any other place on the planet. Eddie Ching lives there on the entire top floor.
The entire top floor. That tells you you're dealing with the high end, dude. That he lives on the entire top floor. Well, let's go pay him a visit, shall we? I can't bring up the auxiliary panel. I can't click on the... Well, yeah, I can. There we go, his library. I don't know if this is any different than the last ones. I think it just throws these clips in at random whenever Tex has to take his speeder anywhere.
Looks like no one's home. This is gonna be easier than falling off a horse. This window doesn't want to open up. Maybe if I...
Ooh, that's not good. What, trampoline?
When I stop bouncing off the awning 2 floors below Ching's place, I realize it'll take more than sheer strength to get into the apartment. Luckily, I noticed something that might help as I bounced by. A sticker on Ching's window said, "Security system installed by Underwood Incorporated."
Well, that lets us know at least how we might be able to break in, because apparently that glass is a little bit too strong to brute force our way in. So, since that was installed by Hamm Underwood, let's go pay the guy a visit, shall we? And skip that. Since we've already been in here, we don't have to actually And what's in here now?
Ah, the blue light special box. What unexpected treasures does this hold in store? Ah,
Nothing.
the
Let's talk to him and see if we can
that pudgy
trick
computer
him
dweeb
into
really has a
giving us
battered
some
head.
information on that security system. Want to talk to him?
Back again, huh? What can I do for you?
Let's see. Let's chum up to him.
I understand that you and I are in the same line of moonlighting work.
Really? You do security systems too?
Well, sometimes. Here, let me see if I can find one of my business cards.
Don't worry about it. I always misplace my business cards too. What types of security systems have you worked with?
Well, let's not lie completely. You remember from the last game when we had to get past the Big Dick's, the Big Dick Casino's security systems?
Let's see. The last job I had was the laser security system at Big Dick's Casino on Mars.
I've heard that's a neat system. But it's nothing compared to the one I just put in.
Yeesh. Yeah.
I'll have you know that I've beaten every security system ever made.
Well, after I installed this system, I tried to beat it, but I couldn't. First, the only possible way to enter the building would be to land on the roof and rappel down.
Taking
Then,
notes.
you'd have to cut through the LCD alarm glass. Well, that's not too hard. In fact, I sell a laser blade here that would do it. But once you're inside, every room is flooded with a net of heat and motion sensing beams that could turn an elephant into a brick of carbon. Believe me, it's burglar proof. Listen, this system is top secret, so let's just keep this between us.
Well, since you're selling the thing now, we will inventory, credit card, use.
The
And
Laser Blade 2000. Worthless except on glass. Hopefully Hamm knows what he's talking about.
And now we have a glass cutter, which will allow us to get into the Eddie Ching's apartment. But I don't really have the time for that in this video, so I'm going to just go get confirmation of how dangerous Eddie Ching is from one of my very few trusted sources.
Chelsea's a
What's going on, Tex? Look, I don't discuss that name, and neither should you. You want to keep breathing.
Yeah, people who even talk about him
Wish I could help.
apparently are just afraid to mention his name. So this dude is apparently one incredibly bad dude. But he won't be rescuing any presidents. But on that note, now that we have the laser pointer, I think it is time to cut the video. Command file. Time to break to Jinx. Yay. And I will see everyone back next time when we do just that. Take care, everybody. See you later.